Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. I hope everyone is doing well. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to insert a photo to your Microsoft Word document and how to position it in between text. First thing we want to do is go up to our ribbon bar as always and we hit insert, and then right, not really directly below but across from being below insert, we find the pictures option. We click that and then we click this device, and I have my photos saved in the My Pictures folder. Wherever you have yours saved, you could go there. So I click My Pictures, it's already there, and this is the file I would like to add, cb-dw2_2. It came with that name because I saved it off Google. And then we insert. Now the thing with photos and inserting them is that when you insert them, they just basically land wherever your mouse cursor is. Now I should have showed you that, so let me deselect and just undo this. Now if you notice right here where it's blinking, it landed in between the letter I and L in my email for Gmail, because that's where my cursor was. So peradventure, you would like yours to go, let's say, at the top, at the beginning of the document, or better yet, at the end of the document. You could make it work like that. So let me just do that so that you will see it for yourself. So let me put it at the beginning of the document. There is the cursor. I just click one time. The mouse cursor is blinking, and then I go right back into insert, pictures, this device. Bam, it's in there, and it's massive, it's huge. Let me just scroll down to show you that it is at the beginning of our document. Let me undo that, and we'll go to the end of the document. And where the cursor is blinking at the end of the document, we want to insert the picture in a new line. So we'll press enter. We could press enter once more, and then we'll go back and do the same thing. Insert, pictures, this device, and we'll insert our box. Now firstly, this box is just too huge to be in this document. So let's resize the picture. Now I want to zoom out. I'll use the zoom out option, making our page smaller on our document window just to show you the entire frame of the photo. Now when you click anywhere on an empty space, the frame that was around the photo comes off. Now when you click the photo, that frame comes back. Now there is a good way and there's a bad way in resizing a photo. I've explained this before in previous videos. If you go one, this is the top left hand corner, there's a top right hand corner, there's a bottom right hand corner, and there's a bottom left hand corner. Those are the 4 points I use if I don't want the document to look distorted, or I should say the picture to look distorted. Let me show you how you could make a picture or a photo look distorted. Let's use these middle points to resize the photo. Now I'll use the one to the middle right. When this double arrow comes up, I'll double click, hold, and move. And I'll let go. See how funny that looks? We don't want our document looking anything like that. So let's go to home. We'll undo that, and we're going to use either one of the 4 points that I mentioned earlier. So let's use our top left hand corner point. When the double arrow comes up, we double click and we pull in. It's like if you pull diagonally like so, it will resize. And it doesn't matter whether you want to pull in this way, in that way, in that way, it will get smaller. But if you pull out that way, it gets bigger. And let me show you. We'll double click, tap, and we'll pull out that way, and you see it gets bigger. Now I'm going to make it much smaller because I want to show you something. Let me go back to my Zoom. I'll go back to where my page was at 100% viewership, or I should say view. And I will place this picture in between the text. And you see this a lot in newspaper articles and so forth, where they would fit the photos really neatly in between the words. If there's too much space around the photo, you could crop it. And to do that, you go to your ribbon menu and you come across the format picture. Now, as long as your picture is selected, this format picture tab comes up. Now let's deselect this picture, right? Let me just zoom up, not zoom up, let me just scroll up here and I'll click anywhere. And as you could see, the format picture tab disappeared, right? Now let's click it again and you see that it reappeared. So let's go up to picture format and then we'll come across to the right here where it says crop. We click crop. Now these points will allow you to take any additional white space that is on the photo away. Now what you could do is you could go top or you go to the bottom, because to the two sides there isn't much white space there. So I just want to go to the top and to the bottom and take off the white space. So I'll double click and hold when that cursor comes up that looks black, and I'll come down this closely, and this gray area that they're showing you here is just indicating that, hey, this is what we're going to cut off when you deselect the photo. Now we're going to do the same thing for the bottom. Now this cursor, when it turns into a black tiny T, that's when you know you can double click and go up and you let go. And now you click anywhere to take the frame off to see what it looks like. And then when you click it again, you notice that the frame is closer to the image itself, and all that white space that was there, we're not working with that anymore. So let's say we want this box in the middle here somewhere. And this document is actually a refunds and returns document. So we're going to click the box. We're going to right click on the box, ensure that it's selected. And then we're going to go to the wrap text feature. And we could do several things here. We could do inline with text. And if you choose inline with text, you click the box and you take it up to the document, you'll see that it's in the line with the text. And it doesn't really look too neat. So all it's doing is fitting itself in between the lines, and then there's this big gap here and this big gap there. So we don't want that one. So we'll right click and we'll go back to wrap text. Let's choose square. And with square, we see that the words are squared around the box. Let's choose tight. You can see that the words are closer to the box. To me, through and tight are really similar. And then top and bottom is just the box in between sentences. Behind, this is one of my favorite options or features. This is when you want to do like a watermark, or you want the image in the backdrop. And then we have in front of text. This one is also one of my favorites. You could move the image around and you could put it anywhere. But what we want to work with is maybe tight or through or square. Right? I'll go with maybe square. Right? So let's work with square. And wherever we move this, that box will just fit wherever you place it. And this looks much neater when you have like a larger paragraph that you are working with. It makes it look much neater, and it's much seamless, much more seamless. So let's make the box way smaller. And that is how it will look. And we can go to the end of issue. We could put a space there. We could take the space out. It's entirely up to you. And this is how you fit an image in text to look presentable in Microsoft Word. I'll see you in the next one.